Hi, I'm Daniel from the Ghost Walks. Right now we are standing in a Jewish cemetery. I bring you guys everywhere. And the reason we're here, you can see in the distance we got a courtyard Marriott up there. And the reason we're here in the Jewish cemetery because it's historically significant, especially this one grave right beside me, the biggest and most prominent grave on these lands. And this belongs to, as you can see, Starkman to Bessie Starkman. Now, if anybody's been on the Hamilton's Dark History Tour, you will know the story of Rocco Perry. He was our version of Al Capone during the time of Prohibition. And Bessie Starkman, his common law wife, she ran the rackets behind the scenes. He was the face and charisma, she was the brains and finance, and together they were unstoppable. But if you remember from the story as well, something bad would befall her. At the end of Prohibition, getting into the drug racket when Rocco Perry just wanted to stick with reverse bootlegging, Bessie Starkman wanted more. So she gets into the drug racket and starts bringing in Italian immigrants and people who ran shops to run the rackets. And this got her in trouble with the Italian mob. And eventually, the most violent assassination in Hamilton history would be that of Bessie Starkman. On one evening in 1930, Rocco and Bessie were returning from a social affair, pulling into the garage of their house on Bay Street South. Bessie would get out of the car first, and two men emerged from the darkness with shotguns, one pointing at Bessie, bang, the other one pointing at Bessie. Neither of the men pointed at Rocco Perry to tell that maybe he was involved, but either way, Bessie Starkman was dead. Biggest funeral in Hamilton history was that for Bessie. Over 20,000 people would follow the hearse like a parade up here onto Hamilton Mountain, current day Upper James Street, in front of this courtyard Marriott, and we have this little Jewish cemetery with the grave behind me. A couple of notes, and the reason I brought you here is to see the grave for a couple of reasons. The first one, I want to point you to the cement here. This cement leads right down to the coffin in the ground. And the reason that it is here is to protect that coffin from grave robbers. Because when Bessie Starkman was interred into this ground, she was buried with all of her jewels. Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of jewelry were put in the coffin with her. And because of this, threats would come in from people, from anonymous people, stating that they were going to rob this grave. And Rocco Perry, he took these threats personally, and it is said, a legendary story, that Rocco and one of his henchmen used to sit near the road over there inside the car holding Tommy guns throughout the night just in case one of those grave robbers showed up. But of course, it wasn't the best situation to sit in your car every night, so they decided instead fill in the grave with cement so that nobody could even get down to the coffin if they ever dared tried. And something that I just noticed first today, I find extremely interesting, is on the gravestone here, if we come in close, you can see where it says the name Bessie Starkman, that somebody actually removed part of the name here. And I just realized if you look at the shape of the holes, the name Perry had been removed from the gravestone. And my guess is, I'm not 100% sure, that the family probably did this because they were ashamed at her association with Rocco Perry. Well, thanks for watching. You can visit us at www.ghostwalks.com and stay tuned. We'll feature more of these wonderful dark history and ghostly locations throughout all of Hamilton. This has been Daniel from the Ghost Walks.